Matthew Ryan Shapiro and dominate them in an extreme performance, an extremely impressive one at that.
It doesn't get much better than this. Two guys at the top of their game. The bad apple Matt Macintosh and the end game Paul Jordane here. This is going to be an instant classic.
Absolutely.
Matt Macintosh taking exception to the color choices by Paul Jordane.
Well, I mean, Macintosh should focus a little bit more on the task at hand because this man is a monster.
Jordane not wrestling here with Matthew Ryan Shapiro. You have to wonder how that'll affect his psyche. Still no word on his condition. I, for one, didn't send a card.
Nah, that's shame on you. I sent flowers every day last week. And by the way, again, please stop sending me these.
You have a text message.
Yeah, I know it. Hold on. Great. Very
Collar
funny.
and elbow tie up
Very
here.
funny, Steven. Very funny. Look at this. Maybe not the wisest strategy for Matt Macintosh.
Paul Jordane, a man who just a few weeks ago beat 6 men in one sitting in the first ever Endgame Invitational.
Yes, and those men all handpicked by Matthew Ryan Shapiro. Some fantastic wrestlers, but again, an amazing display by Paul Jordane, a dominant performance to say the least. But Matt Macintosh doesn't seem to be fazed by him at all psychologically, and that's
Around by Matt Macintosh.
That's part of the
rear waist lock.
The strategy of Matt Macintosh. He fears no man here at Capital Wrestling. As far as he's concerned, there's one man, and it's Matt Macintosh.
Oh, and look, Paul Jordane trying to subjugate Macintosh, but Macintosh showing that he will not be put in any place by anyone.
And Jordane again pushing Macintosh back into the corner.
Trying to turn this into a street fight, slap across the face.
Zero fear by Matt Macintosh.
This man is fearless, forearms again. I don't think anybody's taking it to Paul Jordane like this.
Not even the
and look at the speed, standing dropkick, but Paul Jordane still on his feet. Ducks underneath, takes his legs out. And a punt-like kick right to the chin. And Jordane needs to take a breather on the outside. But bad apple, Macintosh won't let him happen.
Wow.
Drop kick from the top, sending Paul Jordane into the crowd. The Capital Faithful.
Well,
that's what you get.
That is definitely an interactive experience.
Someone's going to take a piece of Paul Jordane home. And up and over. Caught by Paul Jordane. And slammed right down on that steel beam, the hardest part of that ring. And into the steel pole goes the back of Macintosh.
And if there's any question if Paul Jordane has lost any intensity without Matthew Ryan Shapiro, he answered it right there.
Paul Jordane has wrestled on national television, has wrestled all over the globe, and right now he is laser focused on hurting the ascending star status of Matt Macintosh.
And Jordane perhaps mocking the crowd a little bit, trying to get a pro Paul Jordane chant going. Not happening, apparently. Wow, I've never seen Matt Macintosh dominated this way, to be quite honest.
To be fair, I've never seen Paul Jordane break a sweat here in Capital Wrestling. And Matt Macintosh has definitely made him break a sweat here, having to work hard. Up and over, trying to get him, but 6'8" isn't gonna happen.
Club in the back of the head.
Punch right to the head, but you can see Macintosh smartly covering up, trying to absorb some of those blows. But 298 pounds worth of fist.
Macintosh, no dummy.
Lifting him straight up from the ground. That's a grown man, and down he goes, suplex. Cover 1, 2, 2 count only. Kick out by Matt Macintosh.
Only 2, says veteran official Mike Keener. And now Jordane sort of taking his time figuring out what to do next. Almost playing with Macintosh a little bit, but that's a dangerous game to play because
fans not loving Paul Jordane. Flying elbow from 11 feet when he jumps up, but runs right into a super kick there. And here comes Matt Macintosh. Oh, and an inside out lariat from Paul Jordane.
I gotta wonder
My
if
God, the strength of this man. How is Matt Macintosh going to overcome cover? 1, 2 count only.
I gotta wonder if the strategy of Matt Macintosh was perhaps to come right at Paul Jordane, kind of anger him, get inside his head, and then let him make a mistake. But and that worked for a little bit here. But clearly, Paul Jordane has Macintosh in hand, using the string to try to wear him down.
Trying to break that vice-like grip of Paul Jordane with those fists to the midsection, but to no avail here.
And look at that knee, probably driving the wind right out of Matt Macintosh.
And again, back down onto the rib cage.
And just trying to break ribs, maybe. Anything you can do to just eliminate that speed.
The strategy, not taking the breath literally away from Matt Macintosh, damaging those ribs.
I mean,
Irish whip. Right into the corner goes Macintosh.
And Paul Jordane sort of saying that he is done here. He's finished toying around. He's going to finish off Matt Macintosh right here. And
Matt Macintosh, who's been on a meteoric rise here in Capital Wrestling, coming off a great high. The last time we saw him defeating Sonny Kiss. Oh, again. Meeting that brick wall. Could this be the end of the rise of Matt Macintosh at the hands of the endgame? Matthew Ryan Shapiro not being here doesn't seem to be affecting Paul Jordane here. But again, you have to give credit where credit is due to Matt Macintosh for being able to push Paul Jordane to his limits here. Still in control, ducks underneath. Jordane missing. Kick right to the stomach. Catches the big boot. Ducks underneath. Onto the knee. Kick again to the shin. And right to the chin. Right on the button. And Jordane is dazed.
this could be the opportunity for Matt Macintosh.
The Irish whip missed. Dodged it just barely. Did Jordane.
Oh. Forearm right to the throat. And this perhaps is where not having Matthew and Shapiro here is going to hurt Paul Jordane. Maybe he could give him guidance, tell him to slow things down, give him some advice. Now he's on his own.
Matt Macintosh pushing the pace. Enziguri kick there. Right on the chin. Wait a minute, setting up for it. Looking for it, going for the apple slicer, but no! Caught by Jordane. Belly to belly overhead suplex.
Somewhere, I'm sure Matthew Ryan Shapiro is still proud of. And look at this.
And
again, maybe
Jordane
focus here. See, this is where someone like Shapiro would tell him, cover him. I can imagine what Matthew Ryan Shapiro would do.
Jaw jacking with the fans instead. Referee Mike Keener.
Hold on, I got a text here. Would you stop?
I'm not gonna stop texting you that video. I'm part of a group.
A group of what?
It's a group share. And Paul Jordane grabbing Matt Macintosh by the throat, lifting him up. Looking for it. Choke slam. Matt Macintosh choke slammed. Looking for a cover. 1, 2, but lifts him up. 2 count
I don't
only.
know that that's a smart move. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know guys like to do that when they have things in firm control, but this is Matt Macintosh.
Paul Jordane saying he's not done yet with Matt Macintosh.
I have no doubt Paul Jordane is one hell of an athlete, and he's
all it takes is one apple slicer. If he could hit it, Jordane could be in trouble.
Perhaps hoping to maybe put the last touch on this. Going for the end game here.
Goes for it, end game falls, no! Double drop kick taking out those legs there. Locking it in. Locking in that submission. He's got him in that.
And look at him maneuver him into the middle of the ring.
Will he tap?
He cannot reach the ropes from here.
Has that modified crossface there, almost a triangle. And Jordane.
He's doing everything he
Matt
can not to tap.
Macintosh smartly moving his back to the ropes so Jordane couldn't get it. But look at the power.
No.
Look at the power. dropping him on his neck.
Oh, dropping him right on his neck. This has to be it. Here
Looking
we
for
go.
the cover. 1, 2, 2 count again.
And still no.
And look at the frustration on the face of Paul Jordane there.
And I don't think you can blame him because he's done everything he can humanly possible to keep Matt Macintosh down, and he refuses to stay down.
Have you ever seen anyone be able to withstand this kind of punishment, especially at the hands of someone like Paul Jordane?
No. In all the matches that I've called, I've never seen this. And again, he won't quit, and I respect that, but you got to wonder if this is the smartest thing.
This has got to be it, setting him up for the choke slam.
Oh, no.
Roll through. Rolls underneath, misses the big boot. Here it comes, going top rope. Apple slicer from the top rope. That's got to be it. Cover him. Cover him. He crawls over. Here it is. 1, 2, 3. And he did it. Wow, what an effort by Matt Macintosh, the Bad Apple.
I cannot disagree with you.
Pulling out all the stops. Get on your feet.
Fine.
A fantastic main event tonight, and Paul Jordane beside himself.
You're not going to get an argument from me. I mean, Steven, normally I don't like to agree with anything you say, but I can't argue. Matt Macintosh.
What a fantastic matchup. Matt Macintosh putting it all on the line, taking more punishment than anybody has ever taken in Capital Wrestling at the hands of a 6'8", 298-pound Paul Jordane, still standing and victorious. The meteoric rise of the Bad Apple Matt Macintosh continues.
Just when you think Matt Macintosh is out, he somehow manages to pull something out of his bag of tricks.
Thank you for joining us tonight on Capital Wrestling.